Motorola. I have an incredibly special place in my heart, my technology heart, for Motorola. Big shout out to Gene. Thank you for that super chat, buddy. Thanks, man. The reason why I love Motorola is because Motorola was always the innovative company when it came to mobility. And by innovative, I mean like they were always on the cutting edge of technologies, new stuff. I mean, they were doing walkie-talkies back in the day. They were doing modem and router hardware. They were doing, cellular phones, the best cellular phones, StarTACs, V60s. I mean, legendary phones. Legendary hardware. I loved Motorola because Motorola was the most groundbreaking, innovative company in the industry. And the devices were incredible. I mentioned a couple already. We can't forget about the droids, ushering in the smartphone era. The Moto X. They had so many huge moments in wireless and mobility and connectivity. I mean, heck, I think the first police receivers were branded by Motorola and made by Motorola, the manufacturing. They were incredible. Such a great company. Now the company structure has obviously changed. It was sold to Google and, the patents and mobility and all these separations of the business. But they are still an innovative company in their DNA. So they've got this new product, which is going to allow them to do air charging. This is very cool. This is essentially a unique wireless charging technology, which essentially, if you're within 10 feet of the wireless charging device, your phone will charge. You don't have to set it on a pad. You don't have to, actually have some kind of a contact point with a coil, which is kind of what we're seeing now with the wireless charging pads. This is freaking sweet. Up to 10 feet effective charging. Over air wireless charging. No pads, no stands. Phones and devices can connect just by being within the near field, like 10 feet. Very cool. Very innovative. I love this. Okay? The wireless hardware looks like a Wi-Fi modem, and phones and devices that are compatible and can be detected by that hardware will automatically get picked up and start charging. And they'll start juicing up. So the max capacity as of right now, so I'm assuming this is some kind of a prototype or something, you can have up to 4 devices connected simultaneously at any given moment in time. What's also pretty cool about this is it doesn't have to be straight in front of the charging beam. It can be at a 100-degree angle, which is pretty sweet. So it can be off to the side, kind of. Yeah, Technoid. Big shout out to the homie Mike. The real wireless charging. Because as of right now, you need contact points, coil to coil, for charging. This would be real wireless charging. Like you're in the room of a real wireless charging. Like it's around you. It's charging. It's so cool. It doesn't have to be direct center. It could be off to the side up to 100 degrees. That's pretty sweet. Here's where things kind of are unfortunate. Of course, there's going to be rain on the parade. There's no word on the availability. So I was getting all excited learning about this and reading about this in this article. And then I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I got to buy this. I can't wait to buy this. I want to be in on the pre-orders. I want to be a part of the testing, the beta. I want to be a part of this. Because to me, this is so cool. This is what we imagined in new technologies for wireless. And there's no word on availability. So to me, not only is it beta, I would even go further and say this is prototype. It's not even beta. Like they don't even have production models yet. They clearly are in testing, which sucks because that gets us excited. But that means it's on the horizon. Do we see this 1 year from now? Possibly. Do we see it 6 months from now? Probably not. These types of hardware innovations take a little bit of time because there's going to be a couple of issues. Number one, you've got to make this fail safe. It can't be catching stuff on fire. It can't be failing. It's got to be trustworthy, reliable, and effective. It's actually got to work the way it says it's designed to work. And who knows, maybe between now and the next year of development and research, maybe they can improve it and make it more than 4 devices or beyond 10 feet, or maybe they can increase the rate of charge. There's a lot of things they could do between now and then. Also, no word on the cost of the device. So we don't know if it's going to be $200. We don't know if it's going to be $500. I would venture a guess it's going to be freaking expensive. I mean, it's kind of like the first of its kind. I don't know of anything else on the market like this, or even in the works. I mean, I'm sure other companies are working on stuff, but this thing's going to be freaking expensive. Currently, the fast wireless chargers with, pads with the coils that you got to touch, the better ones are like $50, to get it fast, which like 7.5 watts, 10 watts maybe. I don't know. Are they doing 15 watts yet, wireless? I don't know. I'm guessing this thing's going to be at least $300. Don't be surprised if it's $399, $400, $500. And they might even come out with like an entry level one that charges like 5 watts. And then they're like, oh, we make a 7.5 watt one, and that one's $100 more. So it's going to be expensive, man. But man, that is really cool. And like in a year from when it first gets released, they'll be cheaper. And they'll probably have faster charging rates too. Man, if it's $3,000, I'm out. If it's a couple $100, I'm in. I'm willing to pay my ducats. I would pay $199 for a charger like this. You know how amazing that is? Your phone would never actively have to be plugged in if you had one of these in 2 of the rooms you spent the most time in. So your office or your bedroom or, work or whatever. I would actually try to convince my boss to invest in some of these and position them in places like, the teacher's lounge or, faculty meeting rooms, board rooms. That would be really sweet. Yeah, so a lot of stuff would have to be tweaked, adjusted, fixed, and all of that. But man, that's incredible. So no availability on, or no word on availability, no word on cost. The speed or the rate, who knows? Maybe it'll be 3 watts, 5 watts, 7 watts. I don't know. Obviously, you'd want it to be fast enough. So if you're in a room for like 30 minutes, you can get at least 15% battery charge. I think that's at the least they could do. If they could do 30 minutes, 30%, or if they could do 30 minutes, 50% increase, that would be great. And who knows, maybe they wait until like graphene tech is out. I don't know. All in all, I think it sounds very beta. I think it sounds very much like a prototype. So we're probably not even close to production. It's probably more like test models. But it's in Moto's DNA to innovate. And it's in Moto's DNA to do unique things. And to make breakthrough technological advances. So I trust that it's going to be a good product eventually.